Oh, hey. This is my first YouTube Live. Today, we're out here in the garden, as usual. I wanted to show you a technique I learned. I'm potting up a bunch of pots. Got a lot going on. I still need to pot up all my Swiss chard and kale, some basil that I've been growing in an egg carton. But today I'm going to pot up this cool cement pot with some of the fun summer plants that need to go into some soil. One not purple. Let's see. Okay. So I took a class in container planting, and not that you need to follow everything that you ever learn in a class, but I think this will be a good one to practice in because it's small and square, so I can maybe get 4 plants in instead of 3. And one of the rules in container planting is to have a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. Sounds a little too Michael Jackson for me, but whatever. So let's choose a thriller, a filler, and a spiller, shall we? While I do my hair. There's so much other work to do in the garden. I love this. Oops. It's a curry plant, a helichrysum. I think that its flowers are, well, I don't know. I love that the foliage pulls purple. Oop, my husband got me these. They really need to go in. The glorious red celosia. I think they get a lot bigger, so need to consider where to put those. Vinca, my favorite vine. I actually got this for the neighbors, but then I realized they had too many vining things. So that would be a spiller because spillers spill out and over the container. Another example of a spiller is this sweet potato vine. What's its real name? Cordate. So you want 1 at least spiller, maybe 2, depends. Okay, lobelia. I just love the way this looks. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, lobelia. Oh, I love that. But I don't know if this is the container for it. White is always a palette cleanser. Alyssum. I think it gets bigger, so need to think about where that shall go. And we have these so cool. What are they called? Ageratum. Produces flowers all summer long. Perfectly sized for rock gardens and border fronts. Best in fertile, well-drained soil, kept evenly moist. It definitely wants to get out of this. Okay, last option to consider here. Where's this? Actually, Dusty Miller, that can't be its real name. Silver Dust. I think they just call this rabbit's ear, but it gets big, I know that. Yeah, 10 to 12 inches. And you want to space them 12 inches apart. Well, nothing is 12 inches apart in this little container. It's probably, well, it's square. It's probably about 6 inches by 6 inches. So let's see. What shall we put in here? I know I said I didn't love the lobelia in here, but I do sort of love the lobelia with the cement color. I don't think I would pick. Getting windy, sorry if you can hear that. I don't know if I would pick the silver dust because it's just so similar to the color of the actual pot. The pot has some rust on it, which will just wash off. I do love the vinca, the green, and maybe green and white. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just a green and white type of girl. Let's begin, shall we? Here, I've unpacked all the plants and we still don't have a decision. I think that's kind of what's so fun about gardening. You can just begin and then see how you feel. I'm feeling one of these vincas, I really am. Okay, so I already made my soil. My soil is nice and light and compact. I also drilled a hole in this. It didn't have a hole. So I don't want my soil to be heavy because this is, you know, a pot that could easily get weighted down. It's like a heavy cement pot. I love the way it looks. I'm gonna put it here next to my fake cement pot, but you can't tell. You can probably tell from your angle there. Okay. I got the soil about 7/8 of the way in. Pull it out to the sides a little bit. Okay, I think the smaller vinca is gonna look so cute in it. Let's see if I can show you. Sorry. Okay. So you just like consider the size, you know, like this one is quite large and this one is a little smaller. So I'm gonna just open it over my, see, and it already has a huge root system. So, you know, it's gonna want to spread out. You can just, as my friend Linda Botter likes to say, just break up that root. That root. I love her. Okay, and then gonna squish that right up in there without taking too much of its existing soil away because I want it to have its micro rhizome fungus. Okay, so what do I think will look good with Stinka? Probably, almost certainly, that's my spiller. could be a filler. I could have a thriller, but I feel like that's too big of a thriller. This could be a thriller. Just depends on the proportions of your container, right? So in this container, we probably have room for 2 more plants, I think. So I think I'll grab one of these Alisons. Allison? Probably Alison. So cute. Okay. Who else? I mean, I think what I'm just deciding right now is we have white and green, which are basically neutral palettes in our plant world. And so I'm trying to decide if we want our color, if you will, to be trending towards a blue or trending towards a red. The reality is, sorry, don't look at my this behind me. The reality is red always pops in the garden and in life. And blue is sort of additive, brings the cement out. If you were going for a July 4th theme, we could do them both. I think I'm going to go against my gut and go with this celosia. I also think it's going to be a better thriller. Reach down in there and really grab its root. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to make sure I have enough soil, but not pack it down too much because I'm going to water it in. I think that watering it in is more helpful for a few different reasons. It lets the plant and the soil settle. And I just think it kind of like sets everybody up for success because it gets all the soil off of the leaves that you've just planted. Sometimes some plants can have a little bit of a fungus. Okay, I think I actually have room for one more, so I'm gonna add, so this would be the time you would add another filler because that's kind of the idea of a filler. So I'm just gonna make a little spot. Wow, these are ready to go. So pretty. Okay, we'll keep you updated as this grows up. Just get some water and water it in so that it's off on the right track. We'll keep planting all the rest of our little friends. Stay tuned for keeping track of them. Ta-da! I'll let you know how it goes this summer. Cute, right?